how do you enjoy the journey to your manifestation? How do you enjoy where you are now before you've reached all your big goals? Today's topic is all about learning to accept our current reality while manifesting our dream reality. And I'm so excited to talk to you about this topic because it's come from an inspiration recently in my own life where I've been really pushing myself to reach my goals, but I haven't been present enough. So we're going to really delve into this topic. I'm going to answer the question of how you can calm down and appreciate what's around you now while you're manifesting, and how you can maybe even speed that manifestation up. So if you're interested in finding out how you can stay calm and present in your current reality while manifesting your dreams, then do watch till the end because this video is full of tips and tricks on how to do so. Anyway, let's not waste more time. Let's get straight into the video. Before we start, please, as always, do subscribe to this channel because I'm trying to get it to as many people as possible who would like to improve their lives or really need to. On this channel, I speak all about affirmations, law of attraction, manifestation, Taoism, self-development, and just anything that's encompassed in those topics. So if you're interested in positive and uplifting content, please do give this channel a subscribe. It helps me out so very much, but it also helps other people reach the channel, which is a huge goal of mine, to really help as many people as I can. But anyway, let's get into today's topic, which is how do I learn to accept my current reality while I'm manifesting? Now, I've used the word accept here rather than just, to live through it and get through it and look at the light at the end of the tunnel and keep running towards it, because that is not how manifestation works. I'm getting a lot of messages and DMs from TikTok, and I'm loving it, by the way. Please send me through messages. I love reading them. I love answering them. So I'm getting a lot of messages about obviously people feeling a bit hasty or asking where their manifestation is. And, I am so guilty of this. I am hugely guilty of this, especially recently. And you'd think somebody who has their own YouTube channel and business about manifesting and teaching people manifesting would have overcome this hurdle. The answer is no, because I am human and we're all on a journey. And I just want to make the first point that it will happen and it's normal. Don't think that you are a terrible spiritual person or you're really bad at manifesting just because you're really worrying about when it's going to come. I just want to remind you that that is normal because we are human. And so for that reason, I have used the word accept. So first things first, guys, whatever you do, you need to learn the art of acceptance. You need to learn to accept your current reality rather than just thinking, this is something I just have to get through. This is something that has hit me like a ton of bricks recently. So I've been, and I'm going to segue into my own story. We'll come back to the lesson because this is very important. So I go on huge walks every day. I try and get my 10K steps all in one chunk. These huge walks, I like to listen to audiobooks and different audios of people I really love and am inspired by. Now, of course, for those of you who know me, you know I love Wayne Dyer. Absolutely love him. He's one of my favorite spiritual teachers. In fact, reading The Power of Intention was the first time I think I opened up to spirituality rather than just manifesting, right? Before that, I was really into law of attraction and manifesting and getting everything I want and, changing my mindset to have a better life. But because of Wayne, I now consider myself spiritually open, spiritually intelligent. But anyway, so I was listening to a Wayne Dyer audio, and there was a moment where, guys, I started crying on my walk. I didn't cry like really, really obviously, but I could feel my nose warming up. I could feel my tears like getting to the surface, and I was welling up, should I say. I welled up on my walk. And the quote exactly was, "There's nothing wrong with having goals. It's falling in love with them that's the problem." And it was that exact moment where he said falling in love with your goals. I felt tears. I felt every emotion possible in my body rise to the surface. Now, why is that? It's because recently I've been just so dedicated and committed to, well, my business, Temple of Sunshine, but also I have these little projects going on and I've been thinking about them 24/7, and I wake up extra early and I get everything done. I'm really working on myself as a spiritual person, and I'm, you can see from my Taoist Sage series or a lot of the sort of videos where I talk to you in the intro that I'm really working on myself now more than ever. And I'm really pushing to be the best version of me that I can, to be the person that I have always dreamed of being, if that makes sense. I'm trying to be the person that I'm trying to manifest into my life. Does that resonate? And I really hope it does. And I'm almost not obsessing over it, but I'm getting very, very hasty about it. I'm not immediately expecting results, but I'm just immersing myself into it so much. I'm really putting a lot of energy and attention and care into it, and that's really good. You should be doing that. When you're passionate about something, keep doing that. I'm not doing it out of force, I'm doing it out of love and passion, and that's brilliant. But that moment hit me so much because I realized that I was so in love with my goals. The word was love, and it was the first time somebody had said something which made me realize that actually this is how I feel. Like a lot of people like dedication and motivation towards your goals, or really wanting to achieve it, or really wanting to be successful. I realized that I'd fallen in love with this idea of who I want to become and what I want for my life, and it was love. And that's why every day I wake up and I'm so dedicated, and I do everything in a specific timeline with a to-do list, and I'm so meticulous about it because it's love. And I blew my mind, and I felt very emotional. Now, things have moved on in a few days. So since this has happened a few times, just to trigger that feeling again and really understand what's going on, I've self-tortured myself by listening to that audio again before bed about twice. Both times, I got into a bit of a sort of emotional prayer state where I was like speaking to the universe, speaking to my higher self, and I was like, what do you want me to do to achieve my goals? And the answer was already in Wayne Dyer's audio. It was, you will look back and you'll realize that once I've achieved this goal, like let's say it's having $100,000 dollars or pounds salary. Once you've achieved that, you'll be like, okay, now it's time to have 150, or now it's time to have 200. You'll, as soon as you reach your goal, you'll then top it. So if I'm like, okay, I want to release 2 new products in my business, as soon as it's happened, I might feel maybe 5 minutes of happiness and excitement, and then I'll be like, okay, what's next? And that's natural and that's normal, because as humans, we like to progress, we like to feel ambition. But you know what this also means? It means we have not enjoyed the journey on the way to our big goal. But it also means that we stressed ourselves out so much to get here that now that we're here, we're already thinking of the next boatload of stress. Is because it's all we know, it's all we attract. We already like, okay, I've achieved my goals, I worked really hard, now it's time to do it all over again, because it's literally all we're used to. It's all we're expecting. Because if we now just sit there and we're like, great, I've achieved my goal, we'll kind of fall into that sort of, I think Olympians go through this, like they win the Olympics or they get their medal, they go home and they're like, now what? They start twiddling their thumbs, they start getting depressed, anxious. I listen to a lot of podcasts and they speak about sort of the big milestones that all these CEOs have had that I look up to, and they get to that milestone and they feel so just purposeless and depressed after. And this is what I'm trying to teach you today. You are here. Your goals are here. Me too, right? Everyone, even people you look up to, we're always here in our esteem. Our goals are always here. While we're trying to get here, this is our journey. What the key is to enjoy this journey just as much as we enjoy the result. And that's hard. I'm not telling you that it's easy, that it's something that you'll just be able to adapt like this, but it's enjoying this. And I know there's a little graph that I can find, because I've seen this like sort of visualization, this picture before. So if I find it, it'll be here. If I don't, then you've just got to use my hands as an example. I'm sorry. So, how do I start to enjoy and accept my current reality while manifesting? Well, first of all, it's to know that there is only the life in our present moment. We are only ever living in our present moment. We can live in our memories, we can live in our thoughts of the past, we can replay them, refill the emotions, negative or positive, and we can constantly visualize about the future. We can constantly be like, I cannot wait to get the keys to my mansion and swim in an infinity pool and go traveling, and we can obsess over the past and the future, positive or negative, right? But it is not where we're living our life. It is not something we can change, right? We can't go back and change the past. We can change the future, but how? Through what we're doing right now. So right now, if I choose to, put in the effort behind myself, behind my business, I know that this future self that I'm dreaming of is more likely. But where are my controls? It's in the present. I can only control the present, and I can only live and breathe in the present. Literally breathe. Like, the only time I can feel life in my physical body is in the present. And while we're in the present, you're like, oh, but I hate the present. I want to be here. I want to, move out. I want to have an amazing body. I want to have my perfect partner. Like, this sucks. But I'm telling you that it doesn't have to. The present moment, and I know for a lot of you have heard this before, that everything's in the present moment, life is in the present moment, positivity is in the present moment. Me and you are alike. We don't enjoy the present moment because we don't have this yet. But let me talk to you about that. In the past, I've obsessed over manifesting a better salary, manifesting this, manifesting that. I get it. And I kid you not, there's times where I've looked back and I'm like feeling guilty because I didn't enjoy what I was manifesting for so long. Like, for example, I'm not going to speak about it specifically just because it's a very personal example, but there was something that I was manifesting for over a year. And now that it's happened, I'm not half as ecstatic as I thought I would be. When I visualized signing the contract for this, I literally thought I'd be rolling across the ground, crying, calling my mom. Nothing. None of that happened. I was like, cool. And you know what? I almost, as soon as I got the contract for that, I was already thinking about the next increment of this. And that's when I knew I'd fallen off my path, because this is exactly what Wayne Dyer was saying. As soon as we complete a goal, it's time for the next one. Otherwise, we just don't know what to do with ourselves. And this is your immediate way to never feel happy with all your achievements. What I want you to do to manifest your goal quicker, but also to appreciate where you are now, doesn't matter how much you hate it, is to go away and first things first, employ the idea of gratitude. So I want you to get a notepad, and you can pause this video, get a notepad and a pen and write down 10, I'm really going to push the boat out here, 10 things you are grateful for right now in your current situation. And it's all encompassing in life. Like, let's say you're trying to manifest a partner. I don't want you to just list 10 things of why you're grateful of being without a partner. What I want you to do is list 10 great things of how your life is exactly as it is now, including that situation. So for me, for example, if I'm trying to manifest, like, my business being big enough for me to be, doing that full time, then I wouldn't just speak about my business. I'd speak about everything around it. So go do that now, or do it immediately after this video. So what I realized after listening to these audios twice before bed and having a deep conversation with my higher self, God, universe, whatever, is I realized that I wasn't enjoying things when I was manifesting them, huge milestones, because I was already thinking about the next thing. I was already thinking about how I'm going to get to my big ultimate goals. And I know when I finally achieve those huge, almost untouchable big goals, I'll find something else. It's like a rat race. And then I realized the lesson from all of this. I realized the lesson that the universe was trying to communicate to me through Wayne and his video and several things, because I've been on a journey since January. For those of you following this channel for a while now, you'll know that since January I've been really stressing myself out over achieving my goals, and I've been trying to take it slower since then. And I think I finally got the big answer I've been asking and asking and asking and asking the universe for. And it's that you need to enjoy where you are now. So that list of 10 gratitudes will really help you change your perspective on your current living situation, relationship status, job situation, salary, etc. But now what I want you to do is think about you in your future self. Visualize the person you're trying so hard to become, the CEO, the supermodel, the university graduate, like everything you're trying to manifest. Think about that person. Think about them in the clothes, in the outfit, you know, the picture of success. Think about you, and think about you then, when you've achieved everything, thinking back at you now. Do you think they're going to look back at you now and think, oh, do you remember that? Ew, like, who wants to be her? Or who wants to be him or them? Or do you think they're going to look back and think, I am so thankful for the person I was back then because it's got me to where I am now. Every day when things looked impossible, and every day when my manifestation looked like it wasn't happening, every day when things looked bleak or people told me I couldn't achieve where I am today, I kept going. I always imagine myself sitting in my desk in the office that I'd like to manifest one day, and I think back to this period of my life, and I think back and I'm like, that was so cute. She woke up every day, chased her goals to be where I am today. She showed up every single day, regardless of how hard it was sometimes, regardless of how little sometimes she believed it would all come true. She still showed up. She didn't give up. She kept a positive mindset. She kept going, and I'm just so thankful that she did it. And do you see how I'm smiling? That's the vibration of it's done. It's manifested. This vibration is going to help it manifest because it makes you appreciate where you are right now. I have so much self-appreciation for where I am right now, even though I haven't got close to where I want to be just yet because I'm on the journey. I'm here, right? And I'm learning to enjoy this. Before, I used to really struggle with this concept because I was like, I'm never going to enjoy things when my manifestation's not here, you know? I'm going to have to keep toiling and working hard. But I've realized that there is so much joy in this. So much joy. Because I'm going to look back and I'll be like, I had a daily routine and I was so disciplined and I used to work so hard, and I'm so grateful because I've done this. For example, when I was 17, 18 years old doing my A-levels and I wanted to go to my dream university, worked my complete butt off to get in. And only now am I looking back at that girl and thinking she was so dedicated. She woke up every day, worked really hard, like did a workout as well. Like I was gym obsessed, ate so healthy, revised for her A-levels, had a great social life, and like somehow got into her dream uni, even though everybody told her she couldn't do it. Everybody told her that it was way beyond her league, and she did it. And I look back at that girl and I think, if she can do it, then I can do it now. And then when I look back in the future, when like, you know, I've got what I want, but I'm looking at bigger goals, I'm going to look back at this version of me and be like, imagine how she did it. If she can do it, I can do it. Where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. This is something that will take time for you to accept, and this realization will find you. Don't worry about trying to find it. What I'm trying to tell you is one day you'll look back at where you are right now and you'll laugh, and maybe you'll even miss it. Maybe you'll even miss a simpler time when you weren't so famous or rich. Who knows? Maybe you will look back at a time and miss when things were small and, you know, you still have big dreams and you had huge aspirations. Maybe one day you'll be feeling lost. You'll look back at this time and be like, I remember that. And you'll look back at it with so much excitement because you today are becoming the big person you want to be here. And everything you do every single day leads you here, right? And you're just going to look back in awe of how you did it every single day, showed up every single day to be the person you want to be. So to enjoy your current reality, to accept your current reality, is to simply be like, it is how it is today. And I know I'm going to look back and I'm going to be really happy with what I've done. But to make sure that that happens, you need to keep showing up. You need to keep going. You need to believe that the manifestation is yours. It's already done. It's happened. The universe has received your order and it's in the delivery box coming to your door. You know, you just got to believe. So much trust has to be placed into that manifestation. and it's coming. Just keep going, keep doing what you know you have to keep doing to get there. And that's exactly how I've been accepting my current reality while manifesting. If you enjoyed this video, found it inspiring, or found any value in it at all, please do like, and of course please do subscribe, it helps me out so much. Please do forward this on to someone else who may find this just as inspiring. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you lots.